Hello all you shining stars, welcome to my channel Shining Star Soup. In today's video it's the What's the Soup Saturday where I do Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. First impressions, I might do a couple looks. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be doing like 4 looks, 1 palette kind of thing. I'm not really a beauty guru, but I am creative, and as far as makeup level goes, I'm probably at a beginner, intermediate kind of level. I'm no expert by any means, but I decided this is my first full-size Huda Beauty palette. I own 2 palettes. The mini ones, I own the Mauve Obsessions and the Amethyst Obsessions. With the Amethyst Obsessions, I did end up decluttering that one. So right now, this is only my second Huda Beauty, but definitely my first. Now, when this first went on sale, like on the Sephora website, I was immediately attracted to this. It was between this one and the New Nudes. Now, the reviews on Sephora aren't that great when it comes to the Mercury Retrograde palette. And, but I still wanted it. It's normally $88 with free shipping. It has 497 reviews, 68,000 loves, but the overall rating is only 82%, which is 4.3 out of 5 stars. However, you can't really trust ratings that I've noticed. Some of them, you know, maybe they have a gripe against the product, or maybe they gave 1 star because when they received it, the eyeshadow palette was cracked, so they give it a low rating. But for me, when this went on sale during the spring edit sale, I think it was, I got this palette for $52.50. So after GST, it was only $55. So saving more than $30 on this palette. I've never seen Huda Beauty go on sale as far as their big palettes go, personally, from Sephora, and I couldn't resist getting it. It is made in Italy. I did have to check and see where this eyeshadow palette's actually made. There's a lot of different on the back languages, and I'm not quite sure even what languages they are. But whatever, there's English on there, so I guess that's going to be good enough for me. I love the outer packaging, but that's just going to go in the garbage because who wants to keep on opening it up like that? So, yeah. We're just going to toss that in the garbage for now. Boop. Now, I'm usually not one to do swatches. Mainly because, I don't know, dipping my finger into each and every shadow to show you swatches that guaranteed you've already seen before. So I don't want to further go into it to do swatches. Now for my skin tone, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I am fair with pink undertones. So that means that I burn easily in the sun. Yeah, really easily. I don't tan at all. I don't tan, I burn. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, there's a little plastic tab. I'm hoping it doesn't ruin the finish. Oh, this packaging is so beautiful. Between you and me, I am a sucker for pretty packaging. And I would not pay $88 for this palette, but I would pay $52 and not feel guilty about it. If I did pay full price, I would feel extremely guilty about no matter how much I love this palette. My price range, what I'm comfortable, is usually $63 is my top when it comes to what I'd be willing to pay for an eyeshadow palette. Even if it is luxury eyeshadow. I really want to try Pat McGrath, but again, I mean, her palettes are so expensive, right? I'm going to try to open this. I'm almost scared to open this. I do like the outer packaging. It's nice and hard. But, and you'll see several clips in this video, depending on what direction I decide to take this video in. Alright, so, quite the mirror there. I'm just going to turn that around. Packaging is just beautiful. Like there are the funny thing is with pictures, and even with videos, this is definitely one of those eyeshadow palettes that looks way more impressive in person. You can't really tell from swatches online at all or reviews online when it comes to deciding on an eyeshadow palette purchase. And this is not cheap, even for $52. Palette's not cheap, but really good quality. There's lots of shimmers and lots of shades that look really chunky, but the pastel colors are the colors that I like the most. So the one color that really drew me to this palette right from the beginning was that aqua green. The aqua green right there, that's what really drew me to the palette. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a look. And I was planning on going in with Haze, Libra, Hot Mess. Oh, there's so many different possibilities to do this. Lots of beautiful transition shades. I really want to dive in. I'm going to try to do at least 2 looks today. Alright, so you're going to see a cut in the video while I get all my materials together. And I got a new eyeshadow brush. I got the Sigma E33 Detailed Diffuse Crease Brush right there. And I'm going to see, because I've always been really curious about Sigma brushes. I have one that I got at Winners. It's a big, thick 3D contour brush that I've used maybe once because I can't get the angles down. All right, so cutting the video, and let's create a couple looks. Well, I've been taking a look at the shades, and I'm really want to dive into the Haze. So I'm going to start out with Utopia, which is this color right here. Yeah, I'm going to go in with Utopia into my crease line, which is that color right there. Gonna zoom in on that for a moment. All right, and that's going to go into the crease. I'm actually going to use this mirror because it shouldn't shine too much after I put on my eyeshadow primer, because I almost forgot. Let's do it. I'm so excited to dive into this palette. I've just been excited about this. Ugh. All right, that's not from the brush, that's little hair. All right, so Utopia in my crease line. Wow, this brush already is amazing. The shade has really gone on. See, I got what I believe to be hooded eyelids. When they talk about hooded eyelids and they talk about, you know, crease lines, and this is why I still have to say I am a beginner intermediate. Let's be real. I still don't understand, you know, when people are doing their little eyeshadow tutorials and they're talking about hooded eyelids and small eyelids, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I am. But for pigmentation, I mean, I just dipped into the brush, into the color Utopia, and it's just really showing up on my skin tone. Now, I've been dying to get in. I'm going to put the Haze color just as the main focus point on my lid here. And I'm using this brush, which is a Glam brush. It's like a tapered brush. This was just an SS Glam. This was a brush that I got in an Ipsy. And of course I'm going in with this color that drew me to the palette in the first place, and that's Haze to use. That pastel looking aqua green. And I'm going to be putting this all over my lid, but I'm going to be patting it on rather than, yeah, I'm just patting it on with my SS Glam brush here. Alright, so this is what I got so far. This is just Haze on the eyelid and Utopia in the crease. That's all I've done so far to for this eye look. Hashtag and disclaimer, not a beauty guru, but I do like what I've created so far. Okay. And we got that going on. I don't know, I might be able to do this with this brush. I'm going to try to create like a line right there in the color Mercury. And believe me, the one thing that I can say is that if I can do this kind of look, you guys definitely can. But I'm not too sure if it's actually going to work. I wish it was magnetic, but it's not. All right, and that Mercury is that shade right there. That's another. It's a sparkly blue. Eyes with the Mercury sparkle shade. Very carefully, as close to my top, lower, or upper lash line as I can get. Okay, so we're just gonna take a quick look. This is with the Mercury. I did my best to get it as close to my lash line as possible. I got Haze on the lid and Utopia in the crease line. I'm just going to try to darken up the haze a bit. So I'm going back in just to, and I'm trying not to completely erase that line I did. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. And in my outer corners, I am going to go in with maybe, I'm going to go in with, what's it called, Nebula, which is this crystal one right here. And I'm actually going to go in the outer corners with Nebula. Oh yeah, I'm doing that. There are no rules in makeup. Oh, that's very glittery. Because I'm not quite sure this is going to offer me the kind of look I'm going for. It's pretty though. Well, maybe. You know what? Maybe this will work. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of doing, creating my own little thing here. And you'll see when I zoom in what I've done. Because I don't think I'm hating on this look. What I'm doing is I'm still going in with Nebula, but I'm just going into the crease and I'm kind of spreading this out on top of the Utopia. I ended up getting a little bit high on the eyelid for this one. And what I like to do is I kind of like to shape out the crease with concealer. Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm going to go in with my lower lash line just so I can get that haze color on my eyeliner. And I'm going to take a look here and see what I've created. Yeah, it doesn't really do much doing the Nebula in the corners there. So, noted for next time. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the corners of my eyelids, probably with Supermoon, because that seems to be what everybody likes to do, and there's probably a good reason for it. So Supermoon is just that little chunky, crystally white one right there. Do you see that? It's just all chunky. Wow. That is not impressive, Huda. Not impressive at all. Yeah, I cannot work with Supermoon at all. Wow, that is not cool. Not work well. Alright, so this is my first look. Am I happy with it? No, I think I should have stopped when it came to the haze and putting on the... trying to use Nebula on the outer corners did not work, so that's definitely something I would do different. Far away, I mean, it looks pretty. Close up though, it's definitely lacking, and I still need to do mascara, but because I'm not doing a full look today, I'm at home and whatever. Okay, so this is look number 2 with the Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette. And hashtag notabeautyguru. I do have a look in mind that I'm kind of inspired by a TV show I watched today, Dragon's Den. If any of you are familiar with it. And Michelle had this really pretty eye look on that I think I might be able to pull off something similar with the Huda Beauty. Now the first color I'm going to go in with this look is going to be an all over crease look. I'm going to try to drag... Oh, I'll show you what I'm going to be trying here. But I am going to be using the color Ultra Libra. I'm going to go into my crease a little bit with the color Libra, which is that color right there. So let's start with that. And I'm back to using my Sigma Detail Diffuse Crease, which is E33. Now, the only thing that I do have to note is that I was not planning on doing this the next day when my brushes had a chance to fully dry, so this is not a fully dried brush. But I'm bringing this color Libra, which is a very pretty lavender. I'm going to be bringing it throughout the crease and all the way to the corner here. Alright, and if you're more skilled at color application than how I am, obviously this might work even better for you. Alright, I'm going back in, and I'm going to go in with Haze, and I'm really going to go in with Haze on my eyelid, like my full eyelid, because I'm planning on packing glitter into kind of a halo look there. So we're going in with that beautiful aqua green, which I swear I'm going to have this color panned first, because I am just in love with this color. And yeah, so my eyeshadow brush unfortunately is still a bit wet, but I had an idea in my head and I'm just like, I need to execute this idea while I got it in my head. Pretty much packed down into my lid there. Alright. So the Supermoon, I'm just using the same brush that it's a damp brush. I'll be very surprised if I dive into that Supermoon color. I don't really get why it's so chunky, that glitter. Alright, and then I'm just going to pat this over top of the haze. Just pat it. That's all I'm doing. And using a wet brush, it looks like it's created kind of an illusion where I've only used the 2 colors, but it looks like I've got at least 3 on there. Alright. Okay, and I am going to go on my bottom, try to do my bottom lid there. I'm going to go in with the Haze just right on my lower lash line. There we go. And then just to add a bit of kind of highlight just right around where I put my crease there, I am going to go in with the color Mercury. That nice little matte Mercury right there. Matte. Actually, maybe Cosmic would work. Well, I'm gonna go with Mercury. I made my decision on Mercury. Got my little completely destroyed. I have no idea what this ended up being my favorite eyeshadow brush. It's like a taper blending brush. So this is the color Mercury, and I'm just going right. Okay, it's a little bit bolder than I thought it was going to be. in my little tear duct. Okay. I like the way Mercury performs a lot better in the tear ducts than the supermoon, which is not at all. And I'm actually apparently taking it past the tear ducts a little. Alright, so in my crease I went in with Libra. And then on my lid I have Haze. And then on top I have Supermoon. And then highlighting my brow and my inner corners is the color Mercury. Alright. Notabeautyguru, that is look number 2. Alright, now we're on to look number 3 with the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. And to start out, I'm just going to make sure I prime my eyes. I was taking a look at the colors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go in with the color Libra. Where is my crease button? My crease brush, the Sigma Detailed Diffuse Creased E33. I feel so fancy having a Sigma brush. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Libra, which is that beautiful lavender color right there, into my crease. And I'm actually going to be applying this color, which seems to be a favorite color for a lot of people that have this palette, I've heard. Hot Mess, which is that one right there. You can't really tell with the light. I'm just going to try something right here. Doesn't really improve anything. Okay. There's just an option on my camera that I wanted to try. Alright, so I'm taking the shade Hot Mess. And I'm going to actually apply this to my lid, right underneath my crease. That one has beautiful pigment, holy Hannah. I can see why this is a favorite shade among a lot of people. Okay, so I'm just taking a brush. This one is the Lexi Small Shader Brush. Just for the concealer, and I'm going to try to create a bit of a halo eye, but I'm also going to be smoking out the edges. So just right in the middle here. And like I've mentioned before, if I can do this look, you can do this look. I'm not a beauty guru, and I'm not by any means an expert on, I'm not a makeup artist or by any means even close to, probably not even really, I think I'm like novice. Isn't that like beginner, not quite beginner, but not quite intermediate, like right in between intermediate and being a beginner. That's where I'm sitting at. I don't have the patience, I guess, and I'm not that good with my hands when it comes to makeup application. My creativity is more in like stories and writing, not so much makeup looks and applications. Because I am positive that the makeup looks I'm creating for this video have probably already been done. Alright, so I've kind of put some concealer on to also mark where I want to put the glitter shade. And I do want to use the same brush, but I'm going to wipe off with the tissue, try to get most of the concealer off of it. Alright, so right over top of the concealer, I'm going to go in with, what's this one called? Supernova. And Supernova is this one right here. The one that's right beside the shade Hot Mess. Ooh, that's really soft. That's a lot softer than that Supermoon. That I kind of loathe that chunky glitter right now. When it comes to what the shades are, I mean, when it comes between like what's sequined, what's metallic, what's foiled, I'm not that skilled on knowing exactly. So I might make mention to what's in this palette when I really don't quite know what I'm talking about. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so I've done what I wanted to do with that. I'm not going to apply any new product. I just want to use what's left of the hot mess on here to kind of buff out the edges. So I'm not quite sure I like that. So what I'm trying now is just over the halo part, I'm going to try to go in with the color or the glitter or the chunk. I'm going to go in with Bedazzled. I'm going to try that. Yeah, Bedazzled. This one kind of has the same creamy dipping right into it as the Supernova did. Let's see if I like that result better. Trial and error, people. Trial and error. I'm going to try out the color Vortex, and I'm going to try to deepen up the outer corners of my eyes with the color. Under my eye, I'm using a line brush. I'm going to take Hot Mess on my waterline there. The my eyebrow there. Supermoon, I wish she worked better for me. I'm going into Supermoon with my fingertip. This is the really chunky one. The bane of my existence of this whole palette. As you can see, I am using my finger instead of a brush for this one. Okay, you know what? Now that the look's coming together, it's not so bad. I was kind of really disappointed with it at first. I'm going to go in with my pinky, and this is in the Supermoon. I will clean it up with, it's going to need to be cleaned up with a makeup wipe. Okay, so this is a different look using a different combination of colors. To review, what I did is I did go in with the color Libra into the crease. And then on the lid, I applied the Hot Mess. And I put concealer in the middle of my eye to kind of brighten up the color. But from there, I had added Supernova. I wasn't happy with the Supernova as the halo effect. I ended up using Bedazzled instead on top of it. And then I kind of buffed out the outer corners with Vortex. That didn't really work out so well for me. Again, not a beauty guru. I do need practice when it comes to that. I also lined the bottom of my eyes with the color Hot Mess, and then right on my eyebrows, right along the brow line there, I did use, what's that one called? Is it Supernova? Supermoon. I used Supermoon on the brow bone and applied with a fingertip, which I found did work a little better. It seems to be easier to work with that Supermoon the deeper you get into it. So the deeper you get into the pan, it seems to not be as chunky. It's just when you first use it. And then of course in the corner of my eyes, I use Supermoon as well. Finished it off with some mascara. And this would be my look number 3. What do you guys think? All right. I think I'll probably do one more look for this video. Just the eye makeup look and what I'm coming up with. So yeah, you'll see it cut in the video. And we'll do another look.